We're all leaders in this room. We can lead from anywhere. What we need now is courageous leadership. Completely agree with what Tina was describing around those traits, and I would add to them. I would say that right now, leaders need to be advocating to drive inclusive growth, advocating for the consumers that are unrepresented in product design decisions, advocating for those voices that are not in the room, for those marginalized communities who you'll be impacting as you make investments, as you think about deploying technology. Leaders need to be out there and challenging the status quo. Now, I know this is difficult. It's difficult for me as a father and as a lecturer, as an employee, as a partner, but we have to challenge. If you see bad behavior in your organizations, if you see a lack of inclusive leadership, if you see downright discrimination, we have to be the ones that call this out in our communities and our companies. Leaders have to take risk. We're not going to drive inclusive growth. We're not going to be able to give access to marginalized communities to education, to employment, without taking a risk. And again, there's some good practices. We work with firms that are actually hiring people who are ex-cons coming out of the prison system. We're working with firms that take a skills-based hiring perspective, which basically says, do you have the skills and potential for job roles, as opposed to strict university qualifications and experiences. So there are pockets of goodness and good practices out there that we should gain confidence from. But being able to sense and respond to change, being able to challenge, being able to take risk, being able to convene others to say, how do we collectively drive inclusive growth for an industry, for our organization, for our country? How do we bring in people that are disenfranchised? How do we bring in the polarized? Critical right now.